Thank you. Uh,
Yes, no.
Chandran, basically, actually, I'm staying here in Abu Dhabi. So I have 10 years experience as a system engineer
Okay.
and working in Windows, VMware, and Azure Cloud recently started. And Azure side, I have almost 1 year experience. And I recently did 104 with Ganesh as well. And this is for my day-to-day activities which I need to support. So we have some cloud uh, Azure related clients are there. So basically, these goals I'm looking for day-to-day activities. We are getting like a course, related to Azure and Office 365 related, but I need to get more exposure for this next. I mean, for architecture as well. This is my intention to do this course.
Okay. Thanks for that, Snoop. Actually, so your SANOP, Snoop, right? Sanoop. Sanoop.
SANOP, Sanoop, yes.
Sanoop. Sanoop.
Yes, Sanoop, yeah.
Okay. That probably a right pronunciation. Yeah, Sanoop. So you are telling that you are currently working with uh, Azure platform, correct, na?
Yeah, it's currently working. It's almost in this last 1 year.
What is your routine activities?
Now the Azure, it's not much like just for Android side and some application hosting. Just for one VM creation, also it's not coming to the picture as of now. Because just some VM created VMs, we are just just managing. That's it. Managing in the
Okay.
sense not going into deep also. So just seeing that console part also. Most probably how that VM is running out. That's it. So
Okay.
not done configuration as well.
Is there any monitoring tool you are using?
No, no, no. It's not mounted. There are only some 5 VMs it's hosted as of now. But in future, I mean, within 1 or 2 months, we are getting another client. So they have that, plenty of VMs in the cloud. So we need to
Okay.
manage those. So this
That's
is
it.
for that, uh, getting more advertisement before getting in put on hands.
That's good actually. So you are working in a consulting firm or end user?
Working from home, yes.
No, my question is
Huh.
you are working in the consulting firm or the end user firm? That means client side.
Client side, actually, yes. We are supporting for the clients. So I'm working with the clients only.
Okay, you are working for clients actually, so not in the
Yes,
client side. So your organization is the consulting firm. Okay, all right, that's good actually. So you are interested to learn Azure Architect, right? So that is what I heard from Ganesh as well.
correct,
So just
correct.
trying
Yes,
to understand what motivates you to learn this Azure Architect, right? So as your conversation, what I am understanding means there is prospects in our current organization, maybe the upcoming projects. So you
correct.
have some visibility
Yes,
to get a opportunity on the Azure area. May that actually is in the architectural role or associate architecture role. Probably you may expecting it, or you can pitch in to get it those type of the jobs. Correct. So that is
correct.
the
Yes,
expectations. You are preparing yourself to understanding the concepts of or understanding the process or the functionalities about the Azure architectures. Is this the right statement?
exactly. You're right.
Okay, because trying to make it in the same page,
Mm,
thought to bring it actually as a initial conversation how we need to take it forward. Okay,
okay.
so coming into the point, I don't want to cover because you are already with Azure. I don't want to take it what is cloud and these things and all. You probably knows
Yeah. Those part we can skip it actually. So
correct. because he knows what is PaaS service, what is infrastructure as a
Yeah,
service,
yeah, yeah. Yes,
uh,
yes, 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 yes.
software as a service, and right. And you can see that other area on premises, right, cloud. This basic
Yeah.
understanding sometimes people may not know is new to this cloud platform. We need to be take it up as an initial stage and
Mm-hmm.
understand those concepts for the better visibility instead of getting into the directly to the cloud area. Okay, so that is the intention. Just I was trying to understand it, because since you are already with those areas, yes, we can directly jump in and understand it. What is the Azure, right? So see, not only Azure as the cloud, right? You knows there are other cloud platforms as well, right? We have AWS, and as well as the Azure is leading the second one, and the GCP in the market, right? And Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, there is again Oracle also pitching into the market, okay? And you can see IBM Cloud, right? There are so many market players. So the first place goes to, actually, honestly speaking, you can understand it. AWS is started with a cloud platform. Okay, so they're from other players like even Azure also. They are start working almost 10 years. They are into the market. Okay. So by the way, my full name is Chandrasekhar Chengalvarayan. So I have been with this IT industry almost 15 years of experience with the different platforms, and have been working with the different industries like petroleum industries, educational industries, and you can see telecom industries, banking industries, right across the global. I have been working with mm, Fortune 500 companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So currently, I am one of medium-sized organization where I am working as a solution architect, more specifically to Azure, and you can refer my LinkedIn profile, and as well you can see it over. So I have other expertise areas like AWS, and I have certified with Azure 305 and 304 Cloud Architect
Mm-hmm.
Expert, and AWS certified associate solution architect GCP, and as well as Oracle infrastructure cloud. These areas I have certified with uh, a professional certificate. Right. So you can also earn it by understanding the structure, how it is. Mostly, all among all the, if you see, cloud structure is mostly a same. Some of the infrastructures you need to be understand how differentiate from the other cloud vendors. So that position is calling us no. So if you are good at with Azure, so then you are calling as Azure Solution Architect. Okay. If you are good at with AWS, then you used to call as a AWS Solution Architect. Okay.
Okay.
And if you are good at with more than one or two solutions on the cloud platform, you called as a multi-cloud solution architect. That is currently is demand across the global, because business users are much more aware about different clouds and the functionalities and utilization of the cost factor. Okay, so that is the major criteria on the cloud platform. Okay, so that's actually about brief understanding about other cloud platforms, and as well as Azure. Azure, if you take, means why we need to take Azure. So that the question comes, why I need to learn Azure? Okay, why not AWS? Why not GCP or IBM or Oracle Cloud? Why not? Right. So nothing stopping you to learn other cloud. Okay, more specifically Azure. It is no, the topmost growing technology in the market. It is working with other cloud platform like GCP and other AWS competitors. Okay, so one major one major factor you need to understand means costing. Okay, every cloud cloud migration clients, right? They are most worrying about what is the cost comes. Okay, any infrastructure you are talking about it. Okay, so cost is the major impact area. Okay, whatever the resources you are using in the cloud, so you need to understand what is the cost involved for that resources which you are deploying on premises as well as the cloud. Okay, so what is bringing to you no, effectiveness? What is the best cost effective resources you are bringing? Okay, so that is where the major prospect you need to be understand on the cloud. So why Azure means, so if you go other platforms, right? AWS, if you take means, if any resources you are utilizing it, you are deploying and utilizing it, it is 1 hour billing. Okay, that is one major thing you need to understand it. If you start your virtual machine, so your 1 hour billing will start. Okay, irrespective of any dollar value. Got it? But Azure is more specifically, uh, it's goes actually is utilization billing. If it is suppose you are using your virtual machine 20 minutes, the billing goes 20 minutes, not 1 hour, 60 minutes. Got it, son?
Yes, yes, got it.
Yes. So that is where the Azure is more demand in the market. So why should I need to pay instead of I use 20 minutes? Why should I need to pay 60 minutes to you? That question comes, right?
So only Azure is having this feature, huh?
Yes, Azure is no Azure is actually is called no it will bill you only how much you are utilized. If it 20 minutes, yes. For 25 minutes, yes. Okay, so that is why the facility one optimistic facility what I can bring it to you. Okay, there are other pros and cons and other areas also, so you can slowly start understanding it, why the multi-cloud architecture is playing the major role in the major role in, across the industries. Okay, so that is one factor which I want to you need to understand why you need to learn the Azure, because the cost is giving more efficiently and as well as the billing is more efficiently to the business prospects. So that is one advantage. The second advantage you can see means if you go for the resource deployment, it is a longer period you need to be deployed for AWS, GCP, and other cloud platforms. Azure have one roof, right? Under that one roof, they used to deploy all the resources. Okay, that is the biggest strength of the Azure. Okay, so virtual machines, if you are deploying means, or virtual networks you are deploying means, it is you have to create one resource group, and under that you are creating all your resources. If you don't want any of the resource or all the resource you don't want, you can go to the resource group and you can able to remove it, add it, right? Whatever you want to do it, right? Modify and other things. That is where the Azure is big strength. But AWS and other players, if you go, means not that so easy to deploying the resources. And you don't have the resource group type of the concept in the other no, cloud providers. So this is another actually is big advantage where you can expect Azure can be a leader in the market soon. Okay, so that is one more thing you can look over. All right, beyond that there is a cons as well. Okay, and if you see means there is storage accounts, there are different types of storage accounts which has been utilized with the different cloud providers. All right, if you see the deployments, GCP is very good, it is easy to deploy it, migration is so easy in GCP, okay, comparatively AWS and Azure. But if you come into the Azure, you can see that the storage account migration and SQL database servers and these and all, managing is very easy in Azure. Okay. So continuous integration, continuous deployment. Azure has developed their own portal and where you can able to deploy your continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay. The containerization, you may depend on your Docker containerization or Azure is providing their own containerizations, right? So ACR called as
Chandran,
containerization.
that's all good. So basically, if we come into this, especially our topic, this architecture. So, what all topics you will cover it, and can you just give some?
That will probably that is what no the advantage is what I am talking about it, right? So so why you need to learn the Azure? So that is the first challenge you need to understand it. That is what I am covering it. Maybe 1 minute I can close that topic. Okay.
Okay.
So then which we need to go through that. No, already Ganesh has been provided that PDF, right? Which is the
Yeah, that
topic.
PDF provided, but just want to understand how it will be useful for me. Like if I learn this uh, architecture side, so it will be more into that solution architecture or how we develop the infra. So it will be helpful for me in that area.
Okay, coming. So that
Yes.
is the next. I'm going the next line. I'm moving on it. Okay. So before pitching into your PDF, why I am giving the broader atmosphere, right? The ecosystem you need to understand is that's why the intention behind of, right? Another 1 minute. Okay. So you that is the reason you are why you are looking the no why you are trying to understand then Azure Solution Architect, why you are planning to learn it, that you have to should have the confidence. That is the portion number one you need to be understanding. Costing, we are talking about the costing is the major strength of Azure. Okay. The second one, what we are looking over it. So, which area, right? Say Azure Solution Architect, right? So, Azure Solution Architect means what are things I should know if I want to call as Azure Solution Architect. Which what are the things I need to be learn it, right? So that is the next question in our mind. Okay, so let me where you are. Okay, see where. Okay, so 1 moment, please. Okay, here. Sure. Something is so many screens. Okay, so I'm trying to share the screen. Let me know once you can able to. Where my login to
Yeah.
now it is.
Maybe you can turn off your camera also.
Camera also switched off. Okay,
Not required. Even if the camera is on, also no problem. Why?
You can. Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
that's okay. That's okay. So you can see my screen. I hope so. Correct.
Yeah. I can see.
Okay, so basically, what we are trying to understand from. Okay, so this PPT, which you already got it, I hope so. So coming into the point. Before just walk through this PPT, I will give that quick understanding about what you want to trying to bring it. Okay, so I so I will put it Azure Solution Architect. So you are here, you are placing it right. So once you know, so the first portion, what I can bring it here, right? So what are things you are going to learn it, right? So the first one is infrastructure. So that is the first one you are looking at, right? What are the things I need to a solution architect need to understand it, right? Infrastructure first, you need to focus it. So then you have to look over your governance and compliance. So that is the second one you need to look over. So the governance and compliance is the second part, and you have to see that security. So that is the third part you have to look over, and you can see that infrastructure and integration. So that is another part you have to look over it, right? And you have to see it about CI/CD. That is one activity you have to look over. Okay. So infrastructure, governance space, security, integration, CI/CD. You have to look at the last part. You can see it. um, Monitoring. You can put it here. So these are the six aspects, Sanu, you need to be understand for the Azure cloud architecture prospect. Okay. So integration, if you take means, you have to see that virtual machine creations and these things and all infrastructure related. You have to look over your networking, virtual machine creations, networking, virtual machine scale sets, right? And scalability, right? So you have to see that scalability you are talking about it, how your system need to be virtually scale and up and down. So that the scalability activities you have to look over in the integrated system, and you have to learn about your uh, your actually functions, right? So that's infrastructure related you need to be go ahead, and you have to learn about your governance, right? You have to learn about the policies, right? You have to learn about the identity. So that is another activity, provisioning of identity and the services. So that is the next thing, right? So how identity is associated with your policies. So that is the next things and all you need to be understand. And the registrations, app registration, IoT technologies and all, and how we are doing it. Those registrations and all you need to understand it. And the costing is another big factor you need to be understanding. That is governance and the compliance related. Okay. So the security related. So vulnerability you can use it. So that is mostly on the security prospect. There are other topics as well, but a separate not more on the security level. You need to focus it, and you next we need to learn about it integrations, right? So what are the integration activities, right? Containerization, so that is another one. ACR, another one, right? So how your Terraform related, how it is KS8 Kubernetes services, how it is, and the scaling of your networking, how these integrations need to bring it. So next is CI/CD pipelines. So here you have to have the broader idea about it. how the CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment, and how your infrastructures need to be access your continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, so CI/CD consists of, again, containerization activities like Dockers, Kubernetes service, and all those things you can need to be understand about a broader idea about it. What I am talking about. Okay, so you need to know that something about the YAML and your CI/CD infrastructure. If you are developing, means you should know about something about Terraform, how it is in interfacing to here. Other small applications, right? So you can see that bicep, right? If you use the bicep code, how we need to integrate it with the CI/CD platform and develop your infrastructure, right? So these are all a continuous integration, continuous deployment. So here you have to understand it. So other technologies like testing and these things and all, that is not part scope of actually is your infrastructure related. Okay, so CI/CDs, there are a lot of things, and only I am talking about infrastructure of Azure. That is what one intention, what I am trying to bring it. So monitoring, you can see that the monitoring related, right? Prometheus is the monitoring related activities. You can use it, right? So this, maybe you are talking about this monitoring, how your the infrastructure virtual machine is running on here, right? So through by the monitoring, you have to be follow it, how this virtual machine is working, and how what is there any issue on the virtual machines, backup related issues, right? Your scaling related issues. So the monitoring will give that complete information, and monitoring, it will consist of costing information as well. Okay, so these things, it comes into no the overall picturization of your Azure Solution Architect. You should have a broader idea about it, all these topics.
Yeah, okay, Chandra.
You
Yeah,
got
it's
it.
good. Yeah, yeah,
It
I
is
got
not
the idea.
one thing. That is what actually is this. Before, why I am giving means, before jumping into here, so you need to same thing, right? Whatever it
Okay.
is given here, I given over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Got it, got
So
it.
this is how you need to learn it. It is not one topic. You can expertise and you can say that I am a solution architect. No. So you should have that. So what are the technologies you should be get familiar with? If you are Azure, you are coming means, you should know that first, that ARM templates. You need to know that bicep templates. You should know that JSON formats. You should know that Terraform, that is SCL language, right? This infrastructure as a code, right? What you are go means, see, first what you are doing means, suppose you are developing one a virtual machine, right? First step is you have to develop your Terraform code. So the Terraform code you are moving into actually is, for getting this Terraform code, first there are three activities you have to perform it for the infrastructure, right? One is either you need to be you need to be create portal. That is one activity. You can take the Terraform code. You need to know that ARM template, where you can need to understand it. You need to know that by some template, so you need to know that. Altogether, it is comes under JSON format only. JSON format is not actually is human readable one. It is machine readable one. So it is easy way you can create as a you can able to understand these templates. Terraform code will be go to your CI CD pipeline, where CI CD pipeline has been creating as our Azure environment. So this is the whole picturization called as infrastructure as a code. So infrastructure as a code, ISAC, what you can understand means for doing this, right? You should have the idea about it. What is ARM template? How it is working it? What is BISM template? So influencing this aspect. What are these aspects and all get influenced? These aspects are get influenced with, okay. These aspects are get influenced with your policy, your identity, right? Your whom you have to give that access, whom you have to create the identity for. You are trying to do some multi-factor authentication. How we need to be give that access? That is through by the policy. You have to understand it. So policies majorly influencing your another format. How my infrastructure need to be work out. So then key wallet, right? Where to store my secured virtual machine secret passwords, right? These factors will get influenced your template, and once this template has been ready, then you are pushing into the CI/CD pipeline or Terraform to directly also you can create it. It will not stop you, but if you are deploying with multiple environments, you have to do this format, right? Yes. Questions, please.
That's good. So this basically we do more into automation if we learn this one.
Yes,
Really,
yes,
it's
that is what the
that's
market demand. That is where market demand. People are asking, how good at with your infrastructure as a code with automation, right?
okay.
How you are good at with that. Infrastructure creating with your portal, everyone will do. Go and create your virtual machine and do it,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
right? Hey, that is not my real time scenario. I will
Okay.
create and go and create it. But if I'm deploying with the multiple actually locations,
Mm-hmm.
right? How I need to do it? That is where the template comes into the picture.
Okay.
You should
Okay.
know the template. Use the template with the multiple environments based on your availability sets, availability zones, those concepts and all. It will come into the picture. Okay, so that is where I just like that understanding about Azure Solution Architect, just learning about your no, what is the scale sets, what is this one, that one. No, the real time scenarios means is if you are projecting yourself as the infrastructure, then you should know that automation, not about the
Okay.
CI/CD pipeline I'm talking about. You should know that how I need to build the template. What is my business
Uh-huh.
requirement?
So that is the main intention for this architecture, right? So architecture,
Yeah,
it's.
you are the architecture, right? You need to be designed. What you will do means that is called first
Mm-hmm.
is requirement gathering.
Mm-hmm.
You are doing as a requirement gathering, right? And you are doing as an analysis, right? If you do analysis, you can understand it. What is actually is required over here. What are the things you will plan it? You will plan your infrastructure. What are the resources involved with infrastructure? Virtual machines, storage accounts, e-wallets. How many virtual machine scale sets and all required here? Is it a private or public? How the security I need to bring it over here? How many
Yeah,
routers I
for
need to
I
be?
think we should be good in all these aspects, especially like network backup and monitoring, right? Apart from system side.
You should see, you should be see what is required means, see whatever case, you suppose you are networking 10 years also, nothing will help here. Only 10% will help you,
Yeah,
because
yeah, you more.
cloud concepts is completely different,
Yeah.
right? So what is basically required means, if you have the basic knowledge about the networking concepts, it will be help it out, right? Like IP address and these things and all. That
Mm-hmm.
is, that definitely it will give that, right? And if you
Okay.
are a database, if you have the basic knowledge of the database, definitely it will help it out. What is database? How what is the different types of databases, structural, non-structural databases? That if you are DB of 10 years also, no, the cloud concepts is completely different. Okay, but it is easy to understand what is the database and these things and all,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
right? And you should have something about you should actually is have some no having the coding knowledge, right? It is not mandatory. If you have the coding knowledge, like Java,
Okay.
understanding about the JSON format is easy,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But It is not a mandatory because we are not going to use the JSON format. Azure has given the option that there is ARM template and bicep template, easy to understand the human being, right? So again, if you know that the coding of the Java some extent,
So
definitely
in
it will help.
front end, we are using this JSON and other templates. In backend, system will convert into uh,
We have tools to convert it. See, you can
mm,
whatever template you have the tools to
JSON.
convert it.
Yeah, JSON format system will convert in backend, right?
Yeah. JSON format you can convert it into the ARM template. ARM template you can convert to the bicep. Again, vice versa. See, for example, you are creating one virtual machine as per your business requirement. Okay, so and so virtual machine you are giving it. The same virtual machine you want to create as a template. There is easy way to export it is in the JSON format. Okay, if you get a JSON format from the template in the front end, then you can convert as a bicep template and see understand it what actually you configured, whether it is exactly placing on the template or not. You got it? But if you know the Java,
Mm,
under no need to convert the Bison template, you can read out in the JSON format itself. Okay,
mm.
so that will be a bit easier. If you know the Java, that's good. If you don't
Okay,
know, that
okay.
is not a matter because it is not a
Mm,
mandatory activity. You
okay.
know the Java. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so understanding, see, all are added only, but altogether, cloud is a different environment, and you can see that it is a vast area. You cannot be don't expect you can be no expertized with all the areas. Pick one area where you have the most strength, and you start working on that. What are the tools required for those areas? That is what I'm covering here, right? So you here is required the consulting. Please understand it. You are going to you are not just working with, see, for the system engineer, you no need to communicate daily with your business users. You will get the issues, you will fix the issues, you will reply back to the mail. If sometimes
Right.
is required, you will communicate it. But
Yeah.
architect is not not the situation. You have to be continuously connected with your requirement gathering. If you are supposed to your project is starting, you have to understand what is requirement gathering. You need to be understand it. Analysis, you have to do it. You have to do a multiple type of analysis, which is giving the best solution for that, right? And you have to provide the solutions for that. What solution I need to be bring it? You need to be understand what is the costing. You may give the best solution, but it is maybe the bad costing effective. You got it? You can give the best resource, but business side it is impacting more costing. And the third, and again you have to see that governance, data governance, that is very important over there. You have to look over that which location you are implementing this one. Is this, for example, China you are implementing, there is a complete scenario. Okay, if it is a restricted area of the zone you are implementing it, you have to see that your governance, how you are going to maintain it. So these factors involved more on the architectural area. So basically you should be good at with your consulting. You have to talk, understand it, and you have to understand your Azure system, and as well as you have to understand your business requirement. Then you are trying to need to map it. That mapping analysis and the mapping is a major area. Got it?
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 more minutes. Yes. What other questions you have in your mind? It will keep on goes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Hope you got it. Some broader idea about it. What is architect role will come into the picture here,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I got it. I got it. Some basics how it would be. And
Yes.
so yeah, we can start the class from. So you will be available in weekends as well.
Yeah, sometimes actually that is
Uh-huh.
depending on that. Now, okay, if you are good at with this, so you go and review this. Everything hope it will be covered. Identity,
Uh-huh.
governance, and monitoring. We have seen it right now.
Yeah.
There is these are the subtopics. You
Mm-hmm.
can look over it is what is identity, what is this, that is what I'm talking about. Azure Active Directory or policies, password authentication, and these things. The data storage and the solutions, this is you have to look over what is the data storage, and what are the type of the data storage you need to be using. These are the another area. like database and as well as the storage. There are two concepts. Okay. Continuity solutions, business continuity solutions. We are talking about the scaling and these things and all. Okay, that is one thing. Infrastructure solutions, what we are talking about, virtual machines and these things, containerization, serverless, these are not, it will cover over here. Okay. So design migrations, maybe it has been added over here. So there are two frameworks. One is cloud adaptation, CAF. We are talking about CAF, cloud adaptation framework, and as well as will architecture framework, WAF, right? So those things are all will come into the picture. So these are the networking solutions. It has been covered here. What are the networking solutions? See, this is the topics. These are the topics you are looking here, but my way of approach means all realistic. What practically you need to be learn it. That is what I will go. Okay, so my will go means the process. What is the overall process it will go is here, right? Creation of the virtual machine, what are the type we need to be created if you are creating the virtual machines, right? How we need to be created, right? Well, how you are the security purpose, how you are creating, right? Where need to be use it, right? What are the security measurements we need to use it for? So we need to understand the process, different types of process. We need to understand it. How to create from the bicep, how to create the same virtual machine from my ARM template, how to create from the Terraform, how it is working it, how it is integrating it, how it is giving the more advantage of creating the infrastructure through by the CI/CD pipeline, right? We are not going with very deeper insight, but you should know the process. You need to talk in the interview, or if you are going with you are seeking the opportunity, you have to talk about it. I know this process a lot. So these things you need to be understand very well. So any questions I can pick it up. Otherwise, you can talk to Ganesh. So when you are interested to take it up. So rest of things and all will start.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, yeah. I will talk to Ganesh and
Ganesh. So then we can discuss. Ganesh can communicate with us. So
yeah. It's
what best, right? So maybe you have things. So if you have the personal questions, you can reach me always. That is not a matters. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sanup. Uh,
Say, suppose if class starting, so what is the best timing for you? So I am
yeah,
preferring actually
that
if
is what actually is which I need to be. We need to be conclude that one actually. So the timings will be actually. So what is your availability things
so till 6 o'clock I have duty. After that only I'll be free.
till 6 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
IST time, right?
No,
Is
no.
it?
Yeah, IST only I'm talking. IST
Okay.
only I'm talking.
Okay, Ganesh, that you need to be coordinated. So the rest of things and all, we can communicate it. What time we can take it up? See, my interest is he has given us 45 days. That is what I can see it here. I will try to see
Mm-hmm.
that 45 days we can able to cover it. Sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
may extend also. So
Okay.
I cannot commit completely on 45 days. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
based on your interest and the
Okay.
process or system support,
Mm-hmm.
because system, so every day there is version is keep on changing it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I can give no video recording, so where whichever and all we are discussing about it. So material which I can share with you, which are and all helpful to you for your reference, right? So that I can support my hand. Okay. And so you should have one account. Maybe if you are working with Azure, you can use it your personal account, or personal is free. There is one account you can always create and you can utilize it, right? Or you may use it your authentication, right? Credit card authentication, you have to replace it, right? So that is three things I thought to communicate it. So rest of things and all, what do you call fee structure and as well as timing. Maybe sometimes I may extend to 2 hours. You need to understand it not constrained with 1 hour, because one process it may takes minimum of 2 hours. You have to hold your breath. Okay, I cannot push the things, right. System has to react. So sometimes 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours also to complete the portion. You have to hold the breath that time, right? I cannot just conclude it. Sometimes I can troubleshoot and complete it. Sometimes even I fail to complete it. Maybe the next session I can continue those things. Why means, why I'm giving the instruction means, if you create something, it is billable. You got it? If you stopped, again tomorrow you have to create all the resources and do the transaction. You got it? It is double billing, it will cost. So that's why if you are doing something, you have to start and close it and remove all your resources. Otherwise, if you are creating something, stopping some middle, and again you are starting tomorrow, and initially from all those things, time consumption as well as your resource consumption, your cost consumption, right? It will goes double. So usually what we'll do means, if any topic we are taking means, we'll try to close it, then we'll delete all the resources. That is cost effective and time effective as well. So these things I thought to communicate it. If it is extending more than 2 hours also, you need to hold the breath. Then only we can able to complete, because the portions are very wide and the ecosystem is very bigger. It will take time to observe it, and you can understand it will slowly will difficult, and the later part you can expertise in all the area which I am talking about it. All right. Yes, Ganesh, I am
Uh,
done here.
nothing from my end. So what I'm thinking is, can we make it daily 6 to 8, 6:30 to 8:30 like that?
Hmm. 6:30. 6:30.
See, 6 o'clock is fine, but since you are also
Yeah,
working for,
6:30
sometimes
also. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you may be busy, or you may be busy with the calls. So
Okay. 6:30 you are planning, right?
yes,
Morning. Morning. What time it is coming? For it's 1.5 hour difference, right?
yes,
Yeah,
morning.
it's 1.5 hours.
Morning feasible, because it is with, and the time is we can close it and you can do some practice. That is what I am expecting it.
Morning, actually, I have to start from here, actually, 8 o'clock. Then that means
Okay.
there it is 9:30. So morning, I'll not get time.
Okay. Okay. Let's see that how feasibly we can take it up. Because my intention is, so evening hours means you have to work out, right? You will today I'm giving some inputs, and you are start working on tomorrow. I'm not very sure about it. However, you will daily listen the class, but you are working. If you are not working out, then it will be difficult to continue the next class. That is my problem. Okay, let's see that 1 or 2 sessions. If it is you are how you are capable, or how interested, how you are working out the things, and if it is demand, then we will change the timings. Okay, we'll start
Yeah,
with,
yeah. We'll see
I
how
will start
how
with
it goes.
6:30 first initially,
Mm,
but you need to be do some great marathon. Please prepare
mm.
yourself. So that is my request. No intention to just walk through the session and closing the session. Okay, all right. Yes. Fix the time, and let's start. Tomorrow is Tuesday. So probably we'll start with on. Probably start with on Thursday. Is that fine,
Thursday is
Ganesh?
one.
yeah, that
Yeah,
works. That works.
Yes, sentimentally, I don't want Tuesday. Okay, and
yeah, yeah,
that let's start with on Thursday. It's Guruvar.
yeah,
Let know whatever you learning and whatever I'm teaching, it should be useful for your career prospect. We'll start on Thursday. You can book the calendar.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can go
We'll
on.
start on 9th. Okay,
Sure,
then.
then I'll create
Thank you so
WhatsApp
much.
in us. I'll create WhatsApp group, and then we'll start from Thursday. Then. Thursday 6:30 p.m.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's confirm. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, and bye bye. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye-bye. Nice connecting.
Thank you, Chandra. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Ganesh. Bye bye.